Hello, Aquariuses. So this is your March 2022 reading. Okay, so top row here is your overall feel for the month, and then each card here represents a week out of that month. So week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Now, obviously, tarot, things blend together sometimes. So there's no like, okay, it's gonna start on Monday and it'll be done by Saturday or something. It doesn't work like that, or done by Sunday. It blends. So, but this is just kind of like the feel, the gist. Take what works for you, and here we go. Let's see where your month of March. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles. First up, you have the Two of Pentacles. Now, this is all about multitasking and balancing and being able to handle many priorities and time management. It indicates that you have a lot of responsibilities and you are handling it, but you're always kind of one mistake away from dropping the balls. So it could say that it does take a toll on you, though, because it's a lot. But sometimes this card indicates that if you're able to delegate something to somebody else, it could indicate that that would be a good idea. But let's see where this winds up kind of fitting in with everybody. So then next up, you have the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is all about burdens, feeling overwhelmed, pressure, extra responsibility, and hard work. It's all about you're overloaded. You have a lot going on, especially from the Two of Pentacles. It's like you're juggling a lot. Like you have a lot going on. You feel very, very heavy, burden-ridden and everything. But the Ten of Wands is one of those cards that even though you got all this stuff happening, the end is in sight. You're going to get to where you need to go and you'll be able to put all those down. So it's almost a card of like the end is in sight for you. It's not going to last forever. It's just you just have a lot happening at this moment. So the King of Swords, he's about kind of intelligence. He could be like an authoritative figure. He's fair, he's honest, analytical. He's very clear mentally. He's very clear and doesn't get kind of bogged down in his thoughts. So he's a master of the mind. He has fair judgment and rational decisions. A problem solver. And he's ready to handle anything that comes at him. But he's able to be decisive and flexible. Okay, so week 1, Page of Swords here. Now the pages are the young ones in the deck. So they're all about kind of that kind of youthful energy and everything. But he has this curiosity about things. He's sharp-witted, talkative. He's all about ideas. The swords are always about like thoughts and communication. This card can represent seeking knowledge and deepening your understanding of a particular subject. It represents that you are bursting with new ideas and plans for the future. And it also can say like you need to take a different approach to looking at something. Anyway, so now we have week 2, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is all about personal success, self-sufficiency, independence, luxury, abundance, and financial stability. So she embodies all her accomplishments. Like she's accomplished all of this and she can kind of enjoy knowing she's accomplished that and she earned it through her hard work. She did all that through her hard work. So it's about kind of, I guess, having your day in a sense, but just like feeling successful and you know you got to where it is because you did it yourself. So then week 3, you have the Three of Swords, and this is about heartbreak, grief, arguments, and it could be about relationship breakdowns and emotional pains. You could be feeling hurt or disappointed. This is all that's what this is about. It's like being hurt and disappointed. Sometimes this doesn't necessarily mean something majorly horrible is happening. It could be how you perceive something. So, because the swords are all about our thoughts, so it's something that it could be something externally that happened that made you feel this way, but sometimes it also could be something that you are feeling this way because of you, basically. So, okay, now here we go. King of Wands. Last week up, we have the King of Wands. He's a leader, he's motivational, he's very inspiring, he's courageous and adventurous, and he has a broader vision of things, and he's focused on long-term success. He's driven, and this king is able to, he knows what he wants, but he's willing to get other people to help him attain his goal. So he's willing to delegate responsibilities, and he's willing to enlist others to help him out, to achieve whatever his vision is. He is able to get other people behind him to help him with it. So that's fantastic. Okay, so kind of putting everything together, I think you guys might have a busy month a little bit. I think you have a lot going on. I think because with this one, you're juggling. These two basically is not only you're juggling, but you have all these burdens. So this really could be work related, because this card is a very strong work related. And when I say work related, it's not necessarily like a job or anything. It could be your kids. You have your kids, they have the whatever school sports or school activities. Then you got your spouse, and you have to do this and you have to do that, and you got to pick up your mom or something. Like, it could be things, whatever is work for you, because work is different for everybody. Okay, like some people, they don't have like a job, but they're still working. So however this is for you, you take it the way it works for you. Like students, for instance, they're still working, even though they're going to school and maybe not making money, but they're still working. You're working. It could be a project you're doing. Maybe you're planning things for your garden. Spring is on the way, and you want your plants to be in certain spots, and you got to figure out, because some plants don't like to be around other, like certain other kind of plants. It's a lot of plant drama out there, and you have to figure that out. So anyway, so it just make it work for however it is for you. So you're juggling a lot. This is about really juggling a lot of different things. Like, this could be family, it could be your job or your hobbies or whatever, and you're juggling all these things. And I think it gets to the point where it's almost burdensome. And this could even be more stuff is getting piled on your shoulders. So that's what I wonder, if this is where this is going, because I feel like you have to have like maybe a new thought and start delegating some of these responsibilities a certain kind of way. But we'll see. Let's get, because I feel like you're juggling a lot. Then this could indicate that even more stuff, more shenanigans might be coming your way. And then the King of Swords, he has this mental clarity, and he's master of the mind, and being fair in judgments and rational decisions. So he's like kind of a rational decision maker. So I'm wondering if part of this is going to be that you might have to wind up delegating some of these tasks if you can, or you might have to see them in a different way, to lighten this load up a smidge. So here we go. So let's take a look. So this Page of Swords, he's about kind of new ideas, or looking at things in a different way. Even delving further into something that if you're not sure how to do something, you're kind of learning something. So that's what he is. So I feel like this could indicate that whatever this is, all this shenanigans, these burdens, the burdens of life, you're realizing that this is ridiculous. It's too much for you. You're one step away from dropping everything. You can't do it all. You're burning yourself out. So you're having this moment that, okay, I got to figure this out in a different way. So now week 1, we have the Page of Swords, which is all about new ways of thinking, new ways of doing something, or trying to figure out how to do something. So because he's in the thoughts, he's not so much in the action quite yet, but he's figuring out how to do something. So this could indicate, obviously, whatever's going here, that you're working hard and you are reaping the rewards of it. Like, it is, you are successful at doing this. I don't think you're not successful at handling all these burdens. I think you're very successful at handling them. And that's why you're having this moment where you're like, okay, I know I'm doing this, but I don't want to be dropping the ball a little bit before it's time. So I think you're kind of successful at doing this, but maybe by week 3, maybe something happened where you did kind of drop the ball a smidge, or something, maybe you got bad news, or it could just be you're just feeling really bogged down because it's a lot. You feel maybe disappointed, maybe something didn't quite go quite right. But I think by week 4, you're now taking this this role of being, you're delegating, you're in the delegating zone. Like you're kind of taking your I don't know. I don't want to say you're taking your power back and you're delegating those tasks. You're going to make your husband or whoever wash those dishes. I don't I don't know. But I think you're kind of in that more of the authoritative, I guess, role where you're trying to loosen some of this up and you're figuring out different ways to make this not so crazy. So I think that's great, though. I think that's really, really great. Whatever's happening week 3, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was like some super horrible thing. It could just be something where you just feel disappointed. For instance, maybe you were kind of took pride in a sense that you were able to juggle all of this with doing it yourself. And then maybe week 3, something didn't quite go 100% and it made you feel like that little bit of disappointed feeling that, but by week 4, you're like, okay, it's okay. I have to delegate some of this out because, I feel like you're catching things before they really get bad. I think this is really a good reading. It kind of has a real feel of you are really in control and you know what you need to do, because so far there's really no emotions up in here. It's all practical action, thinking it through, practical thinking, and then action again. So it's definitely, I think you're really doing well at handling everything. So now let's get into the oracles, okay? Because with the oracles, it's a journey. You start off one thing and you kind of go everywhere else. So let's see where we go here. Let's take this journey of the oracle decks. Okay, so this is your daily crystal. Let's see what your daily crystal has for you guys. Aquariuses. Okay, one card for my Aquariuses. One card for my Aquariuses. Okay, so pink opal, be kind to yourself. I feel like that could be going with the week 3 thing. I feel like you're going to have a little bit of a, disappointment. And I feel like that could be saying, well, you have to be kind to yourself during that period, because whatever this could have been, it could have been maybe a mistake that you made that you're feeling. Maybe you feel like you made some kind of mistake and you're getting down on yourself, because I just feel like you really have things under control. But maybe this little extra burden that came your way kind of was a little tricky, or came with things that you didn't really foresee. Okay, so let's do your energy oracles. One card for my Aquariuses. One card for my Aquariuses. One card for my Aquariuses. One card, please, for the Aquariuses. One card for Aquariuses. Okay, here we go. Ooh, you got deceit. Oh. Let me take a look. Let's see what the book says for that. I mean, what else is there to say about that? So, let's take a look at that. Deceit number 25. 25. Oh, hidden tactics, manipulation. Really? Ooh, this card comes as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain is likely someone you know or deal with, either personally or professionally. I'm wondering if this has to do with your job, because this is all about this to me is more of like a job or something what you would see as being work. So this is all about kind of that type of energy. And considering this came right after that, I wonder if there's some funny business going on with that. Let me take a look. Let me continue here. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or just disrespecting you to others. Or it could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. Be aware of what is going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable, so watch your money your good name, and make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. Oh, sneaky bastard. Okay, let me see here. This could also be a deeper layer. Okay, we're going to go alternate view here. Let's see what this says. A deeper layer of meaning may be that this deception is actually coming from within. Is there something that you're lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self-esteem, happiness, and even leisure time. Whether it's about your life or yourself, remember that the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self-deceit. You know what? I wonder if some of this, with the second one, definitely it could be with the first part of it. It definitely could be somebody's being funny to you. Some funny business is going on. Somebody sneaky, slinking around. But if it is to do the second one, it could, I wonder if you, for some of you, all this juggling, all these burdens, it really doesn't give you enough time potentially for other things. Like if you're juggling, this card also represents when you're juggling, you're focusing on one thing at a time, right? So always you have one of these is always in the air. And then when it comes down, the other one's in the air. So that could be like, let's say your family's in the air and then you're holding your career. Then you throw your career up and then your family comes down. So it's almost like you can't hold them both at the same time. So you're always giving your attention to one or the other, but not the both at the same time. And it goes quick, so you might not be giving the full attention as they need or want. So I wonder if it's going with the second interpretation, if it's kind of like, if it's like you're lying to yourself that you're able to handle everything all at the same time and everything is fine without anyone feeling neglected almost. I'm not saying that's what's going on. It just kind of popped into my head, so I figure let me, but that could be even a guilt that you have. Maybe everything is fine within the family or in the work, we'll just say, but it's like a guilt that you're harboring because you know that you can't just be solely one or the other. You have to be for both all the time. So it could be even your guilt. And then this would be saying, be kind to yourself, you know? You're going to know which way it works for you. You're going to know which way it works for you. So let me do, this is your illuminated tarot. So let's see what this has to say for you guys. One card for my Aquariuses, please. One card for my Aquariuses. Okay, hold on a second here. You got two cards that I feel wanted to jump, like they both jumped out. So I'm going to pull them both because I feel like maybe we'll get a little bit of clarity. So, you got the 8 of clovers, or clubs. I'm going to call them the clovers. So you got the 8 of clovers. I don't know how to play those games, so I guess I don't need to be super precise. Okay, so this is about repetition, swift movement to create stability. Oh, that's very interesting because this is about repetition here. If you think about it, you're constantly throwing those things up. So I guess this could be, in a sense, movement. This could even be the movement to create stability because he's all about action, but he's also very stable. That is very interesting. I feel like that really ties in with what's happening throughout the whole month for you guys. So let's see, 7 of diamonds. Let's see, 7 of diamonds. 7 of diamonds. So this is, I guess, the star in this, it's like if Tarot and the playing cards had a baby, this is what they came up with. So this is about hope and healing, which I feel like this, be kind to yourself. I feel like this is going to go over here because I feel like you need some hope and healing. With all this deceit, you know, I feel like you might need a little bit of a moment. So I think that's important. So, okay, so let's do your Halloween Oracle. So let's see what they have for you. Okay, one card for my Aquariuses, please. One card for my Aquariuses. One card for my Aquariuses. One card for the Aquariuses. Okay, this one come down. Okay, so winter. The sacredness of pausing. Now, this card is all about taking time to figure out, because in winter, everything kind of like almost is paused in a second and everything kind of dies and things are more bare. So you could probably see things a little clearer. But this is about saying, like with the trees, they get rid of their leaves. About taking time to like pause and see what you don't need. And I feel like that is really going with this, because some of these burdens you could probably delegate to somebody. So maybe this is take a time to figure out what some of these burdens could also be burdens that you don't even need to be holding anyway. Like you could probably put them down. So I feel like this is kind of saying that maybe you can kind of put something down. So take time to figure out like what really, like prioritize, like what is really, really important for you and what can you just like let go or delegate to somebody else depending on the situation. So, okay, let me do this one for you too. So this one came out. Ooh, gratitude. Oh, that's really, really nice. That's really nice. So I feel like this is saying, let me just see if, okay, let me just read the little inspiration. Gratitude raises our vibration to a higher level. If you are unhappy in any relationship, Lucy, this is her name in here is Lucy, reminds you that it is always in your power to change it. There is no mystery to being a good person. Good people just do good things. Key ideas: friendship, deep love, nurturing, unconditional love towards self and others. So that is really nice. So this is probably, I feel like this is be kind to yourself. And I feel like this is saying you've got to have like a little bit of like that gratitude, because you really don't have any, as far as these cards, you don't have any emotions, but I think this is pulling in that kind of emotions, that that kind of love a little bit, because whatever's happening here, because everything might feel so stressful, but I guess sometimes, and you might feel bogged down. So if you just remind yourself like what you're thankful for, it could help shift you. If you are getting into a mental space of, I don't think I can handle this anymore, it could kind of like shift it a little bit over where you feel a little bit stronger, you know, a little stronger emotionally or mentally, that you can get through it. Okay, so we're going to do your Dark Mirror Oracle. Let's see. One card for my Aquarius. Oh, that jumped out. That jumped all the way. Where did that even go? I don't even... Where'd that even... It disappeared. Oh, there it is. It just... It really went far. Okay, so hold on a second here. So these both jumped out. And I feel like because they like took the trip across my room, I feel like they both should be here today. Okay, so you got Artificial Heart and then Bird in a Cage. So let me just check. These ones, sometimes their interpretations are a little bit tricky for me because they're a little bit more of that that abstract minded thinking, and I'm not always the best with that, but that's okay. So this one, this Artificial Heart is about, I feel like it's about going through the motions. It's almost like this is the stage. This deck is broken up into the stages, the 5 stages of grief. So this is for the bargaining stage. And I feel like it's almost like she might not, her real heart might not be into something, but she's trying. She's putting on the facade. She's trying to be like, okay, yeah, no, I do like it. Or it could be that kind of, because it's in the bargaining stage. It could be like, well, I don't really like it now, but maybe eventually if it gets to here, I'll like it, type of thing. Like you kind of are not happy with it, but you're thinking, well, eventually maybe I'll start to like it. So that could be something that resonates with some of you. Maybe these ones are kind of like the negative aspects of stuff. So I feel like this could be something that's like in a sense blocking or hindering you through the month. So I wonder if this artificial heart could even go with this deceit. Maybe you have a feeling that, let's just say, if this is somebody, or this, if this is you deceiving yourself, then this artificial heart really goes with that, because then you're pretending, by deceiving yourself, you're just pretending you like something, right? But I wonder if the artificial heart is almost like you're suppressing maybe somewhat your intuition if you know there's something funny is going on, but you're like, no, 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 it can't be, you know, like you're kind of in denial about that a little bit. So let me see this bird in a cage. Let me just pull up that for a second. So this is the stage of denial. Now I think this one actually is very interesting that it came up in your reading, because this is kind of being about stuck. And this one is kind of about like waiting for the perfect day that never comes. But I think it's also a little bit of getting stuck in our commitments and pushing things off and then never having time really to enjoy yourself or your life. And I feel like because you have this big juggling energy here with all these burdens, I wonder if it's like to yourself that you might be saying that, okay, well, when I finish this or I do this, I could put some of these burdens down, or I could do something different, and then I can then maybe enjoy things in the future. So this artificial heart, in a sense, goes into that. And I think you might be feeling a little stuck from the burdens that you have. And I think this is saying that you don't want to always be stuck, because then you're never really going to live your life and you're never really going to enjoy yourself. So I definitely think that is actually really interesting that it came out in this reading, because I think it actually really, really like fits with whatever is happening here. I think it kind of fits. So these are things that, if this resonates with you, maybe something to consider or be mindful of. If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate. Okay, let me continue along the horde. Okay, so let's do your fortune cookie. Let's see what your fortune cookie wants to say to you. Okay, fortune cookie. Oh, you got property. A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transaction. That's really interesting. You know what? I think that's I would say, if this, because you have a lot of material things kind of happening here, or the Pentacles, you have a lot, and Pentacles is like material stuff. So, and because you have to have this deceit, I would just say, if you are buying or selling anything, it doesn't matter. Property, it doesn't have to be real estate. It could be whatever. Just kind of maybe either read the fine print or just be a little bit more aware. But this property, like I said, doesn't have to be real estate. It could be anything. So this property could even be a business that you have, or some type of whatever resonates with you, or even your personal items, like whatever resonates with you. So just take it how it works for you. So that just take whatever that works for you. Okay, so now let me do, Aquariuses, I forgot. Think of a question for the Magic 8 Ball, and we shall ask the mighty Magic 8 Ball the answer to your question for March 2022 in just a few minutes. So let's do your love cards, okay? Your love oracles. I need one card for my Aquariuses, please. One card for my wonderful Aquariuses. One card for my Aquarius, please. One card for Aquariuses. One card for Aquariuses. Well, these ones are always so hard for me to shuffle. Sometimes I do really well at them, and then other times it's just a disaster. One card for Aquariuses. Okay, this one came out. You know, it's interesting because both of these came out, and I'm going to read them both for you. Okay, hold on a second. Let me put my hearts back together again. Okay. So you got time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. And you got surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So that's very interesting. Because I feel like, in a sense, if you have all these burdens, in a sense, you're kind of like working against time. But with this, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. There was something here. Hold on a second here. I wonder if this time also could be whatever is going on with this deceit. Or maybe you feel like you have deadlines or something. Like, I wonder if time is going to wind up revealing that this is really, you know, maybe you have like a suspicion something's happening, but you don't know for sure. And then surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Because I think that's really interesting that you got, these ones are all about like really kind of having everything together. And then it's saying, I think the surrender really, I wonder if the time really goes with this. Because whatever setback you have here, it could be like, you know, just give it time. It's going to work out. And the surrender is like, sometimes you have to let go. So that could really indicate with the King of Wands, because he's about delegating. So some of that, those burdens, you might be able to delegate to somebody else. So let me do your Romance Angels card too. Okay, let's do Romance Angels. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Oh, I think that's really going with all this, because this is about kind of like, you know, delegating. And then this is about like people kind of giving you support and everything. So I think that's really, really great. Let me just check. What was this one again? Sometimes I forget things. I have that Dory brain a second here. Hold on a second. What was these guys again? I know they were something. See, this one was about hope and healing as well. That's what I knew there was something. Sometimes I forget things. I don't have the best memory, but I know sometimes I feel like there's something, you know, and that's what it was. So this was about hope and healing. So you got gratitude. You got the time, which is trying, you know, it's kind of about like healing, because time heals all, I guess. And surrendering, and then asking for friends' help, for support, and then be kind to yourself as well. So I feel like these are kind of your emotion. Obviously, these are your emotion cards in this reading. So that's really great. Okay, so let me do your what is this? Your inspirational quote. Let's see what inspiration. I love me some inspiration. So we're going to get you inspiration, Aquarius says. Oh, look at this. You can throw in the towel, or you can use it to wipe the sweat off your face. And I feel like you guys are sweating with all this stuff going on. Oh, so I wonder if you get something. I feel like this is going with the Three of Swords. I wonder if you, whatever this is with this kind of deceit and all this, like, I wonder, because some of these things could be other factors as well. Sometimes things blend together, you know. So I wonder if this kind of knocks you off, like knocks you for a loop a little bit. But this is saying, like, do not give in, because you have people that support you. They're here to help you, and you'll be able to kind of either delegate or figure out more of a plan of attack, more of a plan of action going forward. So that's really great. I think that's really great. I think that's super fantastic, considering that you're sweating like crazy over here. You can't even use a towel because you don't even have your arms available. In both these, you got to ask your friends. This is what's going on. So you're going to have to ask your friends over here to use the towel to wipe the sweat off your face, because your hands are busy. You guys are busy. You don't have time to be even wiping sweat off your face next month, okay? Aquarius is like, you don't have time for that. Time over here, what do you have? Time over here is not what you have, apparently. You guys are going to be super busy. Okay, so anyway, I'm just playing around. Okay, so let me do your food fortune. Let's find out what spirit of the dish is going to be for my Aquariuses for the month of March. Come on, food fortune. Oh my God. Oh, you guys, man. You got the Page of Drinks, which is the beer. I believe this is the draft beer. Let me find out, because I got to make sure that I get you the right information, my Aquariuses. I will not lead you astray. So let me clarify if this is the draft beer, but I do believe he is the draft beer. Whatever draft beer of your choice, of course. So draft beer. He is the draft beer. It is confirmed. So that is hilarious. I think that you are probably going to definitely need some type of beverage whatever type of beverage you prefer. Yeah, you might just need to take a little bit. And maybe you can enjoy this beverage with your friends. Maybe that's what's saying. Enjoy the beverage. Where's your other friend? Over here somewhere. Enjoy the beverage with somebody. I think that's what's going on. Okay, so now let me do your little stone. Let's see what stone you guys get. Ooh, passion. That's exciting. And you got U, R, Y, C, H, W, F. Then you have 9, 6, 3, 8. Those are your letters and your numbers. And now, my lovely Aquariuses, it is time. Think of your question. We shall ask the Magic 8 Ball to answer your question. So here we go. Think of your question. Okay, Aquariuses, here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to March 2022's Aquarius's question? It says, it is certain. The 8 Ball has spoken. There you go, guys. He says it's happening. It's definite. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful March. And remember, you are the creator of your own destiny. Okay, see you next time. Bye.